So hello and welcome to part 20, and in this particular episode we are going to be looking at Java methods. So methods pretty much the collections or groupings of lines of code that you can put under the same name, and methods are particularly important in the sense that they allow us to reuse code, as it were, so that we do not really have to repeat ourselves when we are writing code. So maybe let's start by declaring a main method. Already we've been making use of the method, and any Java program that you're going to write is going to make use of the main method. So this one, the structure of it basically is defined, or it's dictated by the Java compiler. So the Java compiler is going to expect you to define the main method using pretty much this format, that is to have public static void, then the main keyword, then that string array called args. So this is pretty much standard. It's something that you have to conform to as a programmer. But we can actually declare our own methods, right? So maybe let's declare a method with the same signature, rather not exactly the same, but which uses maybe the public keyword followed by static. Then also the return type, we'll call it void. Then maybe let's call the method greeting, and within the greeting method we open the body. So we simply want to system.out.print line then inside of this what we need to do is we simply need to type welcome dear user. That's what we want to print onto the screen. So I'm actually going to compile and run, I'm just going to run this code, and you realize that we do not get any output within the console, right? There's no output there. So let me explain what's going on. We did declare our method, and we did say that this method is going to print out system.out.println, then it's going to print the words hello, or rather welcome dear user. But remember that the entry point for any Java program is the main method. So if you want your code to execute, or if you want your code to run, you are going to have to put your code within the main method, is it? And since the code that we want to run is within the greeting method, the way for us to execute this particular code that is contained within the greeting method is to simply call or invoke the greeting method. And the way you can call or you can invoke a method in Java is to simply type the method name. That's all you have to do. So you realize that the method name is called greeting, and in order for us to call that particular method or to invoke that method, we make use of the word greeting followed by 2 empty parentheses, then we terminate. So that's how you can invoke a method, or that's how you can call a method. So whenever you are calling a method, it's important to never forget to include those 2 parentheses, right? Otherwise it's not going to work. It's going to be treated as a variable, so you don't want that. You always want to tell the Java compiler that this is a method, so it's going to look for that particular method within that particular class or within other classes, and it's going to execute the code that is within that particular method, as it were. So let's just go ahead and run the code, and this time around you see that we get the words welcome dear user printed down there in the console. So that's the basics of methods. Methods are just a way for us to reuse code, or basically to group code so that we can use it in different places in Java. So as you come later on to realize that methods basically they describe the behavior of objects, and we've been making use of a lot of objects, or rather of methods, of a lot of methods up until this point. Like for instance, in the episode on the math class, we were making use of built-in methods that come with Java, and we also looked at some methods that are found within the string class as well. And for the most part, we've been making use of the print line method that is contained within the java.lang system class, right, which is found in the java.lang package, as it were. So I think that's just about it for this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.